if you only had 10 exercises.
The goal is to be as muscular as possible.
Correct.
If I were, let's say I'm competing and I have 10 exercises.
Sure.
Chris Bumstead, Mr Olympia, is the man right now when it comes to bodybuilding. Most people want to look like Chris Bumstead rather than the open Mr Olympias. So last week, Chris Bumstead announced what his 10 must-do exercises are to build and maintain muscle. Most importantly, should you use them?
Squats, just overall leg growth.
I do agree with this. Barrel back squat is probably, if you can only pick one leg exercise, it covers a lot of ground. But there are more effective ways to just target the quads themselves. But if you are limited to the exercises that you can do, the squat is a really good all-round exercise.
If it's my whole life, I might actually do Smith machine squats.
Bumstead would actually go with Smith machine squats over free bar squats.
If it's my whole life, I might actually do Smith machine squats because it'll help my knees and be a little bit easier.
Okay.
Less stability, and people hate me for that, but I love squatting in the Smith machine.
All right.
Muscle gain, muscle growth, and muscle maintenance. That kind of shows that a barbell squat isn't necessarily the be-all, end-all when it comes to bodybuilding. And that's what Bumstead is. He is a bodybuilder. That's what I am. I'm a bodybuilder. And probably you watching want to be a bodybuilder, or at least build your body up and look good.
Deadlifts,
Okay.
just to get something that'll target my hamstrings, and so I don't have to take out another 10 of something too hamstring focused and glute and back focused.
Deadlift. So this is an exercise I've used religiously pretty much ever since I started training, but way before I started competing. It's only been the past year and a half I've dropped deadlifts out of my back days, stopped doing deadlifts for back development, still stick with the straight leg deadlifts or the dumbbell straight leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts. So I think this is a good shout, rather than doing them for back, putting them with your leg day, doing them for hamstring development, bringing some of that lower back in there as well. Good exercise. This is one that I would stick with as well for hamstring development. A good squat movement, good hamstring movement, pretty much all you need. 2 exercises to build big legs. Yeah, I think you're the best 2 here.
Pull-ups, so I can hit my back and biceps in one.
Overhand, underhand?
Neutral.
Pull-ups. Don't know if it's an exercise I personally would do forever, but doing pull-ups is a really good way to develop that overall, especially if you're doing wide grip. Pull-ups, really good to develop that width of the back, and it's just a good strength movement as well. I would maybe put them in, to be fair. You've got 10 exercises. It is a good movement. Let's see what else he picks before I come up with my 10.
Incline dumbbell press.
Yeah, definitely. Incline dumbbell press. People always say I've got a dominating chest and that my chest dominates shoulders and arms. When I was younger, when I first started training, my chest routine was a incline dumbbell press, followed by an incline kind of fly or a cable, then a flat press and a flat fly or a pec deck, flat cable, something like that. I much prefer focusing on incline pressing work as opposed to flat pressing work for the upper chest, because when you're doing your chest workout, by focus on this upper chest, doing a flat bench, you're covering all of your chest. Doing an incline, you're covering all of your chest. But the incline is putting extra focus on this top part of the chest. And if this comes out, everything else below it is bigger.
I find inclines a little bit better on your shoulders. So if you're doing it's the only exercise you can do, you won't fuck up your shoulders as much. And dumbbell, it'll just keep you a little bit more symmetrical.
Incline dumbbells are going to give you more flexibility than just a barbell. I've got an injured shoulder now. I would go with dumbbells over barbell for that. So incline dumbbells give you a lot more versatility, flexibility to train, you know, with hand positioning compared to the bar. Definitely this would be in my top 10.
Dumbbell shoulder press.
Good exercise. I would I do dumbbell or barbell press? I like doing standard military press with the barbell, but I have been finding the past couple of weeks dumbbell pressing, either or for me. I think the dumbbells always do offer a bit more flexibility than a barbell, but yeah, good exercise choice in my opinion.
A close grip flat bench.
Wouldn't be in my top 10. I sometimes do close grip flat bench press for triceps, but it's not one of my main go-to movements. I feel it's very easy for shoulders, for chest to take over. I feel it's very easy to ego lift with this and then actually take the focus off the triceps. He's obviously picking this as a tricep movement. For me, I would pick something different. I would pick something like, it's hard to pick just one. You might have more than one tricep exercise. A row push down, a dumbbell overhead, or a dip. We've got 10 exercises to work with, so let's see.
Dumbbell curl.
Obviously, a top 10 list of exercises has got to have a curl in there. And a dumbbell curl, my opinion, is way better than a barbell curl because you can feel the dumbbell curl more. You can get a better rotation as you curl up. You can feel it better in the bicep. You get a better mind-muscle connection.
Just something specific.
Brilliant. I'm so glad that was in there.
How do you want to live without doing fucking standing supinated? One at a time, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, 6 is the basic.
This would maybe be the #1 exercise on Shreddy's list. If you don't train arms, do you even lift, bro?
Calves, probably.
Who's wasting a calf exercise? If you only got 10 exercise, who the fuck is wasting an exercise on calves? Get the fuck out of here. This guy doesn't even look like he lifts.
Bent over row.
Okay.
That'll help like stability, like core as well.
Uh-huh.
And then like lower back and obviously upper back.
Yeah, good exercise for back. Again, for the back width, you've got the pull-up, which you mentioned, thickness, a barbell row. You can get a good workout in with just, if you can do pull-ups, you can get a good back workout in with just pull-ups and just rows. If you can't do pull-ups, then a pull-down and a barbell row, you can get a pretty good workout in and get good back development of just doing 2 exercises, I think. So, good choices there.
Yeah, because the only back exercise that you've had so far is the pull-up.
Deadlifts and pull-ups.
Yeah.
Bent over rows.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 2 left.
Yeah.
Probably like a hanging leg raise, just to make sure your core is getting hit.
That's wouldn't be one that I'd pick. An ab exercise, yeah. A core exercise, definitely. Hanging leg raise, though. Depends on you're hanging. So if it's the one where your arms are resting like this on a handle, yes. If it's the one where it's above your head, nah. I find my grip goes before my core goes on them. I think there's a better exercise you could do to focus just on your core. But I'm not Mr Olympia, and this guy is. So apparently you should listen to him.
Lateral raises or like a overhead tricep extension? Because I haven't had a lot of like specific triceps. I would probably do lateral raises just to get some meaty delts over.
Lateral raises or an overhead tricep extension. I would probably put both of these in my top 10, not one or the other. Side lateral raises you need if you want good shoulders. My shoulders lag. I absolutely hammer side lateral raises. I have been for the past year and a half or so. So definitely these would be on my list. And an overhead tricep raise would definitely be in there as well to work that long head of the tricep, because you want, if you go in the gym, you want that big shoulders, big chest, big arms look. I want the big chest look, so I don't have the big shoulders and the big arms, so I need to be hammering them. So I need my top 10 list to have plenty of shoulder and arm development exercises in there.
Fuck yeah.
You just do more.
Well, you've got the
grip.
close grip and you've got the incline press.
Yeah.
So they say about the incline press, like for me, the incline press is nowhere near enough to develop the tricep. If you're doing incline dumbbells properly, you shouldn't really be feeling much in the tricep because it's the chest movement. With a barbell, maybe, but you're bringing the... Yes, you're obviously going to be working the triceps. I'm not an idiot, but you're not going to be getting massive triceps from doing an incline dumbbell press. You've got that range of movement to come out and go in. Like I'm doing that, which is the movement of the press. I ain't using triceps for shit with that there, the very little at least. So I just don't think you're going to get good tricep development with just incline dumbbell presses, which is why push-pull legs, yeah, it's a good workout, obviously, but if you want to bring those triceps up, if you don't have good tricep genetics, don't think it's a great split to focus on that arm development, because by the time you get to triceps, you're already going to be full-bar from the chest, from the shoulders. So the triceps, you'll probably find a lagging if you are doing a push-pull legs kind of split.
I always try and work on my lower abs because it's harder for me to contract with rather than upper, and that's usually when your stomach hangs out. And on bodybuilding stage, you don't want your like gut hanging out essentially. What pulls it in is the lower part. And when you do a hanging leg raise or like lying leg raise, it hits that part more.
So if I could only work upper or like mid or lower abs, I would go for the lower abs, but I would rather go with either probably a knee tuck, but the one where you hold it like this rather than the hanging there. If I couldn't do that one, I would much rather sit on a bench and do knee tucks than the hanging leg raise like that. Just preference. So overall, a good list of exercises, and you'd obviously expect to see this from someone who is Mr. Olympia, pretty well-rounded, and even someone at this level isn't putting the barbell squat on the pedestal. He's saying he would rather go with a Smith machine press as opposed a Smith machine squat as opposed to the free bar squat. So there's something in there, and I actually did a video saying you don't need to be doing free bar squats if you want to get freaky legs. You can watch it by clicking on this here. I would agree with most of them, with the odd couple of exceptions. You need to be picky when you're putting together any kind of routine. Obviously, there's no reason in the world why we would only be limited to 10 exercises, but this kind of process allows us to prioritize what exercises we should be doing. So when it comes to legs, you want to be doing some kind of squatting motion, whether it is a barbell, a back squat, a front squat, whether it's the Smith machine, whether it's a sissy squat machine, whether it's a hack squat machine. You want some kind of squat variation in there, whatever's most comfortable for you. You want to then do a hamstring movement, a curl, a straight-legged deadlift. Again, if it was me, I would probably need to put both of them in. If I'm breaking down my top 10 list for me, I think for legs, it would have to go a hamstring curl, a straight leg deadlift, which is also you're going to get the benefits of hamstrings and lower back. Definitely a squat variation, a hack squat, a sissy squat, a barbell squat. I personally would go barbell over Smith just because I prefer that, but I would maybe go hack squats over the barbell squats. I would probably want to put a second leg exercise in there. I don't know if it would be the leg press or the leg extension. We are limited with what we can do here. Both are good. It'd be hard to say, but that'd be 4 exercises gone straight away. You've then got basically your chest, shoulders, back, and arms to do. I would want an exercise, we use a 4 on legs. We would then want something to directly hit the biceps, dumbbell curls, something to directly hit the triceps. I would go with push downs if I'm working on a budget like I am here. For back, pull up or a pull down. I think I would go pull up. I can do pull ups. I'd go pull up. I would go barbell row. I only leave them with 2 chest exercises. 2 exercises left. So you would want to do a side lateral for shoulders, a shoulder press, and I'm out with chest exercise. I'm out of exercise, so I've got no chest work directly. So in that case, we would maybe ditch the hamstring curl or the leg extension, one of those, to put in some kind of press. But then essentially you would have for shoulders, a side lateral and a shoulder press, an incline dumbbell press for chest, pull-ups and a row, barbell row for back, bicep, dumbbell curls, tricep push-downs with the rope, a squat variation, straight-legged deadlift, and then either a leg extension or a leg curl. Hard to say. Let me know what you would rather pick down in the comments below. Using this as a starting point and structuring your workouts up, whether you're doing full body, whether you're doing upper, lower, would be a good way to start seeing some gains, providing you're training intensely, providing that you are eating correctly. Give it a go, see if you make gains, and if you don't, blame Chris because it's his list. Let me know what other videos you want to see on the channel by commenting down below. And until next time, hit that subscribe button to always be ready to watch Shreddy.